point 256.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rock point 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rock point 256.
Yeah. Believe in yourself and in your heart.
Come with me to rock
Hey,
point.
discover the rock in you.
Come with me to rock point. Rock point.
Rock Point 256. Discover the rock in you.
Hey, now that my brother is dead, I can take over his riches. After all, I'm his only brother and all his children are just girls. I see myself driving his car, wearing that chicken suit of his, sleeping in that Mazongoto bed. Everyone will say, I have arrived. It's my turn to pay that widow back for always treating me with disregard. She will have to lick my feet.
Primitive speculation. No one has a right to take over the property of the deceased unless as provided in a valid will. Remember, a will that excludes the widows and the orphans can be challenged in the courts of law.
This message is brought to you by Communication for Development Foundation Uganda, CDFU, with support from the Democratic Governance Facility, DGF.
Rock point 256.
Welcome to episode 409 of Rock Point 256 once again. We are glad you're with us again today.
Yeah, and as you get set, let's first have a recap of episode 408.
The headmaster accused Pamela of reporting him to the parents and to Mandy.
Pamela, you must understand that the responsibilities of a man are different from those of a woman. Teacher Mark is only fending for his family.
But he can do it in a good way. He can teach and do his business later. Many teachers do that.
But is that reason enough for you to make a huge issue out of it and report to your father-in-law and all the parents? Does that show any form of team spirit as teachers?
How many times will I tell you that I didn't report to anyone?
Don't deny. Monday has been here and there is no one who could have informed him about all the issues other than you. You are being a hypocrite.
Okay, think what you want.
Pamela, come back. Pamela, come back here.
Pamela advised Peace to go to talk to Mrs. Konake.
That is why I tried to speak with the headmaster, but he instead told me to go and sort this out with the Konakes.
Maybe speaking to the Konakes is the only thing that will save Damali.
Pamela, do you know the Konakes? They are big people. How do I start talking to them?
If they are big people, I would then expect them to see that Damali is underage and stop doing something illegal.
You think the Konakes might understand after all the money they have sunk into the preparations?
If they are big people, they'll be concerned about their reputation. Forget the money. Their name is key.
You could be right, Pamela. Would you escort me there?
No, Peace. If you honestly believe in your daughter's education, then you should stick up for her yourself. As a woman, go to the Konakes on your own. Speak to Mrs. Konake, woman to woman.
Hey.
And now, on Rock Point 256, episode 409.
Rock point 256. Discover the rock in you.
Who's there?
Judith, it's me.
Denzo, you are inside already. I heard the dogs barking. You frightened me.
I didn't mean to, the door wasn't closed properly.
Oh, what brings you? Is everything okay at your auntie's?
Oh yeah, they're fine.
It's quite early.
Well, I needed to see you about something that came to mind last night.
Really?
Yes. We didn't live on good terms the last time we talked.
Maybe you should be a bit more open about your plans.
You know my plans. It's simple.
I know you don't plan going back to the city anytime soon. I know you are unsettling everyone at the radio station and on this farm.
You forget that my father's passing unsettled everything. And I happen to be Guma's son. I am related by blood, unlike some people around here.
What do you want, Denzo?
Lots of things, actually. I want to grow sugarcane just like my father wanted.
Well, Your late father will surely smile in his grave. I think we should start by raising Jackson's structure.
Come on, Judith. Why must you feel bad over a man who owns only a small part of all this land?
Because you need lots of land for a sugarcane plantation. How are you going to grow sugar with that monstrosity of building right in the middle of it?
Now, that is where you and I disagree. Jackson got that land from my father.
Take it from me that Jackson is a squatter. Your father told me everything. I would have known if he'd given Jackson anything.
So how is it possible that you never knew about my existence, if you were such close confidants?
Do not try to deviate from the subject, Denzo. We are discussing Jackson here.
If Jackson's presence hurts you so much, then you should consider giving me the side of the land that includes Jackson's structure when we are dividing.
Dividing what? I haven't talked about dividing the land, have I?
Well, it's the reason I came to see you. I think we shall all win if we divide the property such that each beneficiary is able to fulfill their dream. If you want to use your portion to fulfill Guma's dream of a sugarcane plantation, I will grant you that part of Daddy's dreams. Me, I want to sell off mine to put up a state-of-the-art discotheque in Rock Point.
What? Hey, he would never have dreamt of that. Never. He loved this farm. The land is our wealth, and Guma wanted to preserve the land for generations.
But he is dead now, isn't he?
Exactly what is that supposed to mean?
It means there's only your word. He's not here to say any different.
How dare you talk like that about your father?
I am just being real, Judith. And I suggest you get real too. My father's not here to say what he wants any longer. It's you, me, and anybody else who wants to make a claim on his estate. Because the reality is there is no will. And the reason I came here is to see if the two of us can work together. So you can get what you want and I get what I want.
We are not going to divide up Guma's land. Ever. Nobody is going to build a discotheque on Guma's land. Nobody.
Pity. You are too short-sighted to reach a compromise.
A compromise? Guma was the man I loved.
I am glad to hear it. But this is not about love. This is about fighting over what's due to me. And if you can't work something out with me, you better know I am hungry for compensation. And you will wish you never went up against me.
Denzo.
Wow. Mama Sam. The compound is looking sparkling clean.
Hey, Peter. I'm surprised to see you back home so early. Come, let me help you with that.
Well, thank you.
Is everything okay? Did you catch any fish last night?
Of course. Why?
Because it's long since you came back home early.
I know. Well, we had a productive night fishing. We sold off all the fish and this is ours.
A basket full?
Yes.
Is it all ours or you're taking some to your mother?
It is all ours.
Oh, wow. It's long since you brought all this fish home.
Well, we can smoke some and you cook the rest for lunch.
Okay. Let me take this basket inside the house to pick the fish for lunch.
Hey. Aren't you giving me a hug, Mama Sam?
A hug? Which hug?
A hug of holding me and making me feel nice. I spent the whole night out on the lake fishing. It can be so cold out there. I would really appreciate a hug.
But Peter...
I really mean it.
Well, come here.
Oh my. That really feels nice. Please do that every day when I come back. It's what Mega used to do.
I don't want you to mention that woman's name again.
Sorry, I was just using it to explain. But I also hate her for disappointing me.
It serves you right.
Don't say that, Mama Sam. What I want is for us to make our marriage happy again. I want to forget Mega.
Then you should not go to her again. As simple as that.
I would want you to help me forget her.
What do you mean?
I want you to be nice to me, Mama Sam.
But Peter, I've always been nice to you.
I want you to be nice like Mega.
I thought I had forbidden you to say that name.
I am sorry. I was just using it to explain.
Well, let's go to the bedroom.
Hey, Blazio, it's good you have come. I have been here for over an hour waiting for you.
Monday's back and me to be quiet in the morning.
You can imagine I couldn't even order a beer in the morning. So what took you so long to come, Blazio?
I am very sorry. I took a pregnant woman to the health center, and then she realized she had forgotten the newborn's clothes, so I had to go back and pick them for her. And then she had no one to help her carry her stuff inside, so I had to help her.
Hey, sometimes you can mean to be caring, Blazio.
Peter, my friend, I do care. The reason I am not in a hurry to get any woman pregnant is because women need extra care in that condition.
Anyway, John was in a hurry, so he left your money with me. Hey, he was going somewhere.
Did you say you have my money?
Oh yes, here. We sold everything.
Whoa, that is it. Thank you so much.
Man, I didn't want to go with your money home.
You people have really been excellent business partners. I need to take a beer on you. Do you mind one?
Man, it's early. No beer for me.
Me, I will have one. I feel so happy about this business. Waiter! Bring me a cold beer.
Blazio, aren't you not going to work the rest of the day?
One bottle of beer is nothing, Peter. Man, you guys are almost completing the loan.
Well, I want to understand properly something that I have talked to you about before.
And what is that?
Just be honest with me. What are the realities of getting circumcised?
I am glad you're thinking about circumcision.
No, not so fast, Blazio. Just tell me what circumcised men go through.
There is a bit of discomfort in the beginning. The fear to hurt yourself and having to walk carefully.
How long did you say it takes for total healing?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
It sounds like such a long time, but it's not, I can assure you. You cease to remember after you have gone through it.
Really?
Oh, yes. It's like buying a suit that you think is expensive. But when you wear it, you feel happy.
So you are saying that I will be happy after that?
Very happy. Especially when the woman is impressed.
The woman?
The women sure love it, I can tell you.
Hey.
I am sure you are doing it for the woman.
Well, actually, my wife likes it.
Hey, Peter. Now I have heard them all. You are even more caring than me. You are even thinking about your wife.
Pamela, surprised to see you here at this time of the day.
I know. I've actually never been to a bar in the morning.
What problem is making you drink at this time of the day, Pamela?
I haven't come to drink, Mr. Monday. I've actually come to see you.
You've come to see me?
Yes, Mr. Monday.
I'm listening.
It's about your last visit to the headmaster.
And what does that have to do with you?
Well, he's accusing me of conniving with you to make him lose his job.
Really? Why would we do that?
I really don't know, but he thinks that I'm going behind his back to give you damaging information about him.
The parents simply want a PTA meeting, and that is what I told him.
He thinks that it is me who is pushing you to demand for that PTA meeting.
You can be sure that he's using you as a scapegoat to displace his anger. Of course, it is not true that you are pressuring me.
Is that all you talked about? The PTA meeting?
That was all.
But he really attacked me so badly. I thought that there was something else. You must have told him about me.
Really? But why did he single you out of all the other teachers? Why is he blaming you?
He even blamed me for being behind the meeting for the parents of P7 candidates.
But why? What is going on, Pamela?
Honestly, my relationship with the headmaster has been like that. It even worsened recently when I found him watching a Nigerian movie in his office.
Watching a Nigerian movie in the middle of the day?
Yes, we have also had several other confrontations, so I am not in his good books at all.
But Pamela, this issue is worrying. How will you two work to better the school if you are always bickering?
It's very tough.
But Pamela, is there something you are not telling me? Honestly, this thing seems to be bigger than this. Did you have an affair with the headmaster?
Of course not, Mr. Monday. Why?
Because from my analysis, the headmaster is behaving like a jilted love.
I can never have an affair with a boss.
So what is the problem? Has he ever made a pass at you?
Of course you know you mean. You're always hitting on us.
Not when it comes to my future daughter-in-law.
I'm going to make sure that this nonsense stops. You need to work in peace.
The launch of several mini hydropower stations was a major boost to the country's power supply.
Mommy!
It measured length momentum.
What?
To the
Can't you see that I'm listening to news?
This can't wait. You can listen to the 9 o'clock news.
What is it?
Jackson has fenced off a chunk of land.
What? Are you serious?
I'm from there right now. He has put barbed wire around a large portion, much bigger than where he originally occupied.
But what is wrong with Jackson? So he has now started abusing our politeness.
It is a double-story building, and they have even brought more iron sheets for roofing.
What shall we do?
Honestly, Mother, I think you're to blame for Jackson's progress.
How can you even say that, Tom?
Because how is it that nothing has been done to stop Jackson since father died? You mean even Uncle Solomon has failed to stop him with all his influence?
We have tried, Tom. Like I was telling you the other day, Denzo is now our new stumbling block to demolish.
Why don't you use the police to stop him?
I'm doing my best, Tom. I wish you would appreciate that.
No, you're really taking forever to do anything tangible, Mother.
Tom, I feel very stressed since your father died. And the recent news I had about Jackson's building left me even more beaten.
What news?
That Mande seems to be the investor behind Jackson's structure.
Oh my God, Mother. You must be kidding.
Can you imagine?
Mother, I do not like the sound of this. I'm starting to doubt you now.
Now why would you doubt me?
Maybe you and Mande are working together. How sure am I that you and your ex-husband are not together in this?
How can you even insinuate that?
Why can't I think that? If you are not doing enough to stop Jackson, You tell me.
Hey, Steve! Are you people here to see me?
Of course not, Monday. Otherwise, we would have come over to your table.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting my brother. How is your father of honor?
Hey, he's fine. I went to see him this morning and he's fine. He's sharp about his building. His investor must be rich.
That's good for him. Well, I thought you guys had a query for me to help you with.
Come on, Monday. We don't always want to bother you with requests about this and that.
By the way, I love it when you people come to me. It shows that you have faith in my ability to help. That's what we leaders want.
Is it?
Of course. It makes us feel useful. Which reminds me, I want to see the headmaster about what we discussed.
Already? That was so swift, Monday. I am impressed.
That should not surprise you, Honor. Man has always been like that. I'm a man for the people.
So, what did the headmaster say?
I was simply suggesting to him that the parents urgently want that PTA meeting to voice their issues.
Well, you at least passed on the message.
Yeah, but something else is worrying me about this headmaster.
Something like what?
It's about Pamela.
Now, what does Pamela have to do with the headmaster?
She actually came to see me.
Then it must be serious.
I think it is. Apparently, each time I have gone to see the headmaster, he turns his guns on her, accusing her of inciting the parents to demand for this meeting.
Is that headmaster crazy?
I was also very surprised, Steve. And I actually wanted to inquire from you parents if you have ever been approached by Pamela to demand for this meeting.
Not exactly. But she wants parents to be more involved in the school. I think she's happy to have the Parents Teachers Association revived.
I think the headmaster feels she's undermining him though.
I think so. But Pamela is right. Of course, parents should be interested in the welfare of their children.
Exactly. It's only the bad, lazy teachers who are worried about parents taking an interest. Because then the parents will see that they are not working. But Pamela works hard. She's one of the best teachers, unlike Teacher Mark, who is ever at the pickery.
Anyway, me, I wouldn't have had a problem with him having a pickery if he was attending to his pupils well.
Me, I want Teacher Mark to either concentrate on teaching or he should resign completely and do his pickery.
Well, I know the two of us have failed to agree on this issue before. Let me just leave you to enjoy your evening.
Wait, Monday. Are you going to do anything about Pamela?
How can't I? I will have to talk to the headmaster about it.
spoons of sugar should I put, Mama Damali?
2 are enough.
Here.
Thank you, Mrs. Konake.
Well, I'm feeling so delighted about your visit. I haven't been this happy in a long time. I should also think of coming and visiting you.
My house is so humble.
Oh, please. We all come from somewhere. Peace. When our children get married, we need to keep visiting each other even more often to support their marriage. So what exactly made you think about me, Mama Damali?
Well, I have a request to make.
A request? Do you need money? You're free to ask.
It has nothing to do with money.
Then what is it?
I'm kindly requesting that you give us a little more time, madam.
Why? What is the problem?
Well, we just need a little more time to prepare Damali.
We have had quite a long time already. How much more time is needed? So many things have been done. Mr. Konake is already in high gear with preparations.
I'm really sorry, madam. And I wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important.
So what exactly is the problem? If it is money, please don't fear, because I'll give it to you even without Mr. Konake or Dale's knowledge. Men sometimes do not understand women's problems.
The truth is, it's really not about money. It's hard to explain. I think I need a little more time to prepare Damali for her marital duties.
I see where you're coming from. But you can be sure that Damali is going to have all the time in the world to relax and feel at home. I'm going to assign Damali a maid who will cook, wash, and clean for her.
Thank you. That is very generous. But this is not my concern.
Then what is it exactly, Mama Damali? I really want to understand you.
Well, Damali is not yet of age. She is still young.
Young? No way.
She's just a big girl. Mature in looks, but she's still growing. I want her to first make 18.
You mean that Damali is not yet 18 years?
No! That is why I'm sad.
How old is she?
She's 15.
Now, that is a problem. Why didn't Dale tell us?
I don't understand why Dale wants Damali to get into problems.
Anyway, men are like that. But Mr. Konake has already invested a lot in this marriage. Dale should then get ready to give back all the cows and the money.
He has spent the money, Mrs. Konake.
Finally, we can all rejoice.
Yes.
Peace has managed to do something tangible about Damali's plight.
What I like most is that this plan seems to be working. Remember, it is Pamela who gave her this bright idea. Yeah!
I am really excited for once. At least now there seems to be some light at the end of the tunnel for Damali.
Meanwhile, what do you think about Tom's suspicion that Judith could be working with Mandy?
Of course, we all know that Judith is innocent. But if I were Tom, that thought would not fail to cross my mind as well.
The other thing that has killed me is Peter and Mama Sam.
Those two make me laugh, with Peter wanting Mama Sam to behave like Mega.
Well, we can only hope for the best for them, with their love rekindled.
About Denzo's suggestion to Judith. What do you think about it?
I think it is the most brilliant thing that Denzo has ever said. Instead of all the bickering and the quarreling, the two should sit down and agree to divide. In fact, I don't see why Judith is disagreeing.
Oh, come on. How can you agree to something you're just hearing for the first time? Judith needs time to think about it. But I believe that they will get out of each other's faces if they divide and each does with their inheritance what they please.
Well, let's quickly get to comments from our listeners. Oscar Sembatia, via our email address, said, "Hi, Rockpoint. I indeed believe you're going to change the world right from the way we think. Please keep it up because you touch our hearts. I promise I have discovered the rock in me. Thanks a lot."
Aww. Thanks, Oscar, for your very hearty appreciation.
And to the rest of you, we want to say that the campaign season is starting soon because we are having elections next year. On that note, kindly start taking keen interest in all the candidates that are standing for political office.
Observe them carefully because this will help you to make up your mind on whom to give your vote.
And of course, we do not expect you, Rock Point listeners, to give someone a vote just because they gave you sugar or soap.
Hoping you now know the qualities of a good leader after listening to Rock Point for this long, please vote people who can represent you, not people who will give you eats and drinks.
Yeah, some people think that they will eat these things and not pay for it. But my friend, bribe has a way of clouding your judgment. It is like girls who eat a man's goodies, all the while telling themselves that they will dodge his trap, only to start have feelings for the man, without even planning to do so. You can't eat someone's things and think you will not get to like them along the way.
Well, I don't know what you people out there think on this issue, but you can write to us and let us know. Send your letters to Communication for Development Foundation, Uganda, CDFU, at PO Box 8734 Kampala, or drop your letter at this radio station, or you could send an SMS on telephone number 0776 256 256.
We also have a new email address where you can reach us, rockpoint256uganda@gmail.com. You can also join us on Facebook or Twitter and leave a comment or a message.
And for those who are listening in for the first time, we would like to inform you that we offer free telephone counseling. So if you need counseling or information concerning early marriage, community involvement in the education of children, the legal way of inheriting property or how to write a will, youth participation in politics, HIV, abstinence, family planning, pregnancy, male circumcision, alcohol abuse, violence, or other health issues, please call our toll-free hotline on 0800 200 600. Or you can also visit a health facility, school, or local leader near you.
And remember that we are back to running only one program for reasons beyond our control. So tune in same time, same day next week for another exciting program.
Rockpoint 256 is brought to you by Communication for Development Foundation Uganda with support from the Democratic Governance Facility,
New Heights, also with clearance from Uganda AIDS Commission and funding from United States Agency for International Development, USAID, which supports the production of Rockpoint 256.
CDFU is also lucky to have Twaweza Uganda as its partner in this noble project. And from Twaweza they say, it takes one person to make change happen. Change, ni mimi, ni wewe, ni sisi. Changes me, changes you, changes us. Bye.
My love is mine and I am his. He browses among the lilies until the day breaks and the shadows flee.
Aha. Someone is in love.
Oh yes, my friend. Have persuaded him to marry me before someone takes him. I even lied to him that I am 18.
What? Rita, you are only 16. You are going to get that guy in big trouble for defilement.
He said yes and I said yes.
Be aware. The law of Uganda says that marriage before the age of consent, below 18 years of age, amounts to defilement and carries a maximum sentence of death or life imprisonment. Marriage can wait. If he can't wait for you, he doesn't love you. This message is brought to you by Communication for Development Foundation Uganda, CDFU, with support from the Democratic Governance Facility, DGF.
Rockpoint 256.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rockpoint 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rockpoint 256.
Yeah. Believe in yourself and in your heart.
Come with me to Rockpoint.
Hey, discover the rock in you.
Come with me to Rockpoint. It's your right, don't you be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make your